Bambino, top of the morning. I've been busy, I live life. Shout out to my man BM. He shows the recognition to the good brother. You know what I'm saying? This is another segment of it's a Disco Hot Summer. You know what I'm saying? Remember what happened with DiskoBalla. This is not a disrespect towards him. It's a hot summer, disco, a hot summer. It's been a hot summer since the situation. I mean, it probably was a hot summer already, but it's gonna be a hot summer. But since what happened with disco, they didn't want someplace else. But some good news. You know what I'm saying? I got the chance to speak to kick with some brothers from Chi-Town. Definitely shout out to my people from Chicago, and they was breaking down the area. Salute. Was Papino, yow. So you already know what I'm saying? I have to give you all the stats over the weekend. Gina was popping. I got to hit you with the weekend stats. You know what I'm saying? It was July 4th shootout. DiskoBalla Hot Summer. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you some stats about the Midwest, about where I'm from, where I'm at in Chi-Town, which is 5 hours away. Yeah, it was crazy in Chi-Town. But it's weird because it's happening in the common areas of crime. You know what I'm saying? Just like in St. Louis, happening in the common areas of crime. Definitely a show dedicated to Southern Belle. My man PM. Shout out to the original Lock and Orange crew, Albany, New York. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Rob, and it's also a dedication to the Robinson family. You know what I'm saying? After, you know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to the Robinson family out there in the 518. You heard? Definitely shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Can't forget about them. They're part of the story. Man, Shine Outlaw. Can't forget Shine Outlaw from the Outlaw Born. You heard? Peace to the gods. You know what I'm saying? Told you we're not with the slander, we're just dealing with the facts. You know what I'm saying? So this is what's going on in Chi-Town. Now, in the Chi, 16 people were killed, over 100 people were shot, 4th of July weekend in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Most of the city is a war zone, but it's broken down in parts as he breaks it down. You got the north side, south side, west side, east side. But there's a certain side that's just more violent. And that's because it's like, it's weird how they broke it down, you know what I'm saying? But since there's so much gang out there, it's crazy. Generational gang wars is crazy. Like, the boy was telling me, he's definitely shout out to my man Money D from Chi-Town. He was breaking some shit down. He was breaking some knowledge down to me. And he was like, hold on, let me get some of this news to you, man. He was breaking it down, like, out there it's different because they got the 5 and the 6-point star, and certain cliques bang on each other. Like, you have some cliques, like you got some GDs that bang on some GDs. And it's weird. Then you got some GDs. No. He said you got some GDs that get money with some vice lords in certain areas. Then you got some GDs, there's areas where GDs and vice lords just go at it. Yeah, the gang coach is crazy out there, you know what I'm saying? So it depends on what side you on. Like, a lot of that is generational. It's not, they're growing up in that, you know what I'm saying? It's the violent with Chicago.
Yeah, in fact, Ben and Lourdes, 6 children were among those that were injured, fortunately, not killed, injured, and they were brought here to Comer Children's Hospital. This high level of gun violence this weekend has community activists calling for David Brown, the superintendent, to be fired. 21-year-old Victor Jones, identified by friends, was one of 2 people killed in a shooting on 61st and Wabash early Monday morning.
It's my understanding that it was a party. He was called out. His mom didn't want him to come out, and he came anyway. This was the end result.
6 people in all were hit by gunfire, including 2 children, a 12-year-old girl and a 13-year-old boy.
It's always some gathering around here in this parking lot over here.
Apparently last night there were over 100 people hanging out celebrating the 4th when someone drove by and opened fire.
I don't know why it's like that in our community. When it's a gathering, it's a shooting. see the people having a great time, and next thing you know, everybody crying.
Since Friday evening,
See, that's weird that they say that. Y'all know it's a war zone. It's a war zone where y'all know where you're at in a war zone. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't be out there chilling, acting like y'all just ain't shoot somebody block up 2 days before them. This is what I'm saying. Why are you bringing your kids to these gatherings and bringing them outside? And just understand what I'm telling you. If you know you live in Beirut, the odds are that somebody's gonna come and shoot a barbecue up. It's gonna happen. It's a hot summer. Somebody's gonna shoot your car up at the gas station, the local gas station. It's not hard to move out the zip code, but since y'all want to be gangsters, I'm not going nowhere. I live here all my life. My mama lived here. My grandmother. You know what I'm saying? You know this is gonna happen. Once you start sipping, the phone calls are made, the texts are made, yo, such and such is out here. Even if the crew don't got the beef, such and such is out here. Such and such got beef. Such and such just went to 63rd and shot 63rd up. What happens? That's what they said, them blocks. Those blocks are war zones. Salute, Chicago. You understand what I'm saying? That happened. It's not like the crimes are happening like it was a gathering in a nice suburban area in Chicago. And they shot it up. And that's like, yo, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But it's happening in common areas of crime. So what are you gonna do next year? Are you gonna still are you still You can get to that Jay Collins. Never shout out to Jay Collins. Shout out to Let's Talk About It. You already know Chicago Finance in the building. Gina's in the building. Just maintaining 140 in the building. You heard? Let's Talk About It here. You heard? E-Love is in the building. Red Lanes and Reaper. We ain't forget you. You in the building, man. You in the building, man. Because it's the industry for that Jay Collins. Hell yeah, you're one, you ain't living. Well, I love peace and blessings, beloved. Peace and blessings. Because this is crazy. It's a hot summer. We just had, listen, let me tell you something, man. Me and wifey, July 4th, we went to the riverfront. Right across the river, the Queen Casino, East St. Louis. We went to see the fireworks show. I got it on, I got the video. Not one gun came out. 90% of the people there was Caucasians. No, not one shootout, not one gun, not nothing. We got on the train. Now this is how crazy. We parked the car, caught the train downtown. Caught the train. Now on the train, because you know East St. Louis is in Illinois. That's right across the water. East St. Louis is considered like the north side of St. Louis. They go do what they go do. We go to July 4th event, no shots, no automatic Uzis, no ARs, no nothing. So you understand what I'm saying? Remove yourself from the common crime areas where something's 90% liable to happen. Things can happen anywhere, but you want to go someplace safe. Now I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was getting on the train, there was some skinny jean activity. There was a couple of dirty dudes with dirty sneakers on, dirty do-rags, dirty t-shirts. They was all tight. Even Wifey said it. Wifey said, yo, they fit the description of one of the skinny jean cats you be talking about. And I said, it's the truth. Look, what are they doing? Looking around, milling around, looking for valuables. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because now I told you, dude, yo, let's talk about it. What I'm catching on now is it's not about hitting your ops no more. It's about taking the shot. That's what it is. Y'all don't watch Colors too many times. Y'all don't watch the Salt Lake City HBO specials too much. So now what dudes is doing is they're shooting in a crowd of people. Whoever get it hit. But just know that we shot your block up. That's insane, man. That's what it is, bro. So it doesn't matter who's out there, as long as we shot your block up, as long as you know we hit your block up. Now, we knew it was gonna be a hot July 4th. We all, the ones that paid attention, all went to secluded spots, private spots, and sometimes now this is this crazy. I got something, you know what I'm saying? Yo, because it's generational. And now with this hip hop, it's even more crazy. That's why I'm gonna get into that part. Shout out to my man Money D. Money D got the spar with Wisconsin, but Money D be breaking down the whole Chicago thing to me. A lot of it, you know, he's from there. You know what I'm saying? Breaking down, and it's crazy because there's this one really location in Chi-Town where more shots go off at. You know what I'm saying? Now, you can't go to no more hood gatherings. You can't go to a rest in peace gathering. Like, your homie died, you go out there popping bottles, dudes just shoot it up. You know what I'm saying? You remember that, you know what I'm saying? It's still an industry. Let's talk about it. They just got it in the Midwest, man. Because now what's happening in the Midwest is a lot of the cartels are coming straight out here. A lot instead of New York and Miami and because they got the ports, anything by the ports. But now they're coming straight through here. They're going straight to the Midwest. Because Detroit is off the water. You know what I'm saying? I thought about this. You know the Midwest off the water. Come on from. Yeah, I seen that, JP. I ain't hear about it, but I seen that scheme reported on that. Definitely salute the scheme, you know what I'm saying? Probably did happen though, you know what I'm saying? You can't go to no large gatherings, man. You definitely can't go to no large gatherings. It was bound to happen though, you know what I'm saying? Eventually, somebody's gonna knock him off, you know what I'm saying? But it's gonna go for the title. These new young boys on a whole nother rotation now. An older manipulator can move the crowd now with these young boys if he's smart. Yeah. So the Midwest. So a lot of these cartels is going straight to the West. They're coming straight from Texas, Oklahoma. Now, so that's why when you come to the Midwest, you're looking like, yo, Money D was goody. So that's why when you come to the Midwest, I'm telling you, Northside St. Louis by Grand looked like Harlem in 1989. Customers all over the place, like, so the price has gotta be cheaper. You wanna see what I'm saying? Cause they coming straight here. They going straight to the West. Yo, the job I go to in the morning sometime, yo son, it's looking like 88. It'll be looking like 88. Like, yo, this is crazy. So many customers up. All you see is customers come up and down the block all day. That's all you see. So it's like that because the prices is low. Gotta be low. Cartels is coming straight here. They getting their millions here. They caught some Mexicans like when I first got here on the highway. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They got all the property in the world until they coming through those cities, man. So we understanding that there's a economic lane for a lot of people in the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to illegal activities. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, by most of these states being gun states, it's less policing. You know what I'm saying? It's just less, because now I get it now. When you got the non-police states, it's more policing because you got to keep the guns off the street. When you have a police state, it's just, we come around after the phone call. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody get tired of somebody selling drugs in front of their house. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is crazy because 40 people was killed, man. And we just said it was going to be a hot summer. Now, I'm going to tell you what happened. And like I told you, it's generational gangbanging. For those that may not realize what generational gangbanging is, they've been having gang wars for a long time in these little areas, certain areas. So these blocks, when they say I'm not from 63rd and I'm not from 61st and all that, those blocks, like when King Von makes that song and he goes viral and these guys push that, they don't understand the importance of saying a disrespectful word like that. Because you say you're not from those blocks, you know what I'm saying? When they're not for those blocks, you don't know the next block, they go to war with each other. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be on point, you gotta be smart. And like I said, it's good. You gotta play the position. B-Bill's in the building. We gotta play the positions correctly. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be smart here. Like I said, if you can get out of common areas, do it. Don't think because who you think you are or who you was, that's gonna stop anything. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I'm just gonna be honest with you. There might be one or two, but even that one or two is held hostage because they don't know if the guns might go off. I know a bunch of good dudes that's still in the hood. I know a bunch of good ones that's still in the hood. You know what I'm saying? But the hostages to the crimes that's going on. Like, yo, the young boys be bugging, they be shooting, boom. I be trying to talk to them, just don't violate me. How many times dudes that came outside and their cars had bullets in them? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, but you choose to live there because I feel like I'm not running from them. Okay. So you might get a straight bullet. I mean, you could get hit anywhere, but don't you want to be safe? Don't you want to feel like I could go to the store? Let me tell you something. There's a gas station that's all the way down the road. But the dangerous part about the gas station, that's where the dudes be shooting out at. So, you know what I'm saying? So why would I stop at this gas station to buy a beer? I'm gonna take a $2 chance and might get hit in the back for something that have nothing to do with because these young boys is going at it. It's a true story, man. I'm gonna let you know what I'm gonna tell you what happened to St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That was just Chi-Town, you know what I'm saying? And the worst part about it, the kids is getting hit. So now we know if they're taking shots with kids there, grandmothers there, pregnant ladies there. It's lawless now. The rules is out the window. There's no rules. There's the rules of engagement is done. Now, July 4th, St. Louis. This is DiskoBalla weekend. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man DiskoBalla. He's still free. He out here somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And this is so. And the only thing that's gonna stop that is, you know what I'm saying, is okay. A 9-year-old Missouri among 3 shot in Missouri's fireworks altercation. You know what I'm saying? Okay. It's 9-year-old boy among 3 shot after fireworks related altercation in South Street in South St. Louis County. That's the county. I'm in the city. That's the county. A St. Louis man was charged with several felonies after police and prosecutors say he shot 3 people, including a child near his home in Lemay area Monday morning. Donald Meek, 27, faces multiple counts of second-degree assault and armed criminal action after authorities say he confronted a group of people shooting on fireworks for the July 4th. You know what I'm saying? An argument and a minor physical altercation ensured that Meek brandished a .45 caliber weapon and shot at the group, hitting a 9-year-old boy and 2 women, ages 40 and 29. The police was called after 1:30 a.m. to the scene at Gentry and Getz Avenue for a report of fireworks. The victims were already injured when they arrived. One of the women and the boy required hospitalization for their injuries. The other woman was treated and released. Now that's just one. You know what I'm saying? Before days, St. Louis shootings leave 4 children injured, 3 men dead. Here we go. You know what I'm saying? It becomes real, man. Some things after a while becomes reality. Some things are just real. You know what I'm saying? And it's serious, man. It's really serious, man, because everybody has a gun and they're ready to shoot. I think possession right now, There's nothing wrong with having a gun if you're protecting yourself, if you're protecting your property. But now it's a mental health thing. I think it's becoming a mental health thing where people feel they need a gun for everything. Minor arguments, you know. Somebody honked the horn too long at me at the light, I gotta shoot. Somebody's looking at me too long, I gotta shoot. I think it's becoming, and there's no worries to this. People are making this a part of their life. You know what I'm saying? I think it's something in the brain now. It's like it has to do with I gotta keep this weapon on me, and by all means necessary, I'm letting my gun go off. Now, you know what I'm saying? But you Jack is in the building. But you Jack is in the building, man. But you Jack is in the building.
More than 50 children shot in St. Louis this year.
That used to be the number one priority of the city of St. Louis.
The plea for action. We start with developing news. First, a shooting in South St. Louis that happened just hours ago. A child around 8 years old shot on Itasca Avenue. That child was shot in the hip and is in the hospital. No word on a condition. Hours before that, 2 children were hurt in a separate shooting, also in South St. Louis. In that second shooting, police say 18 shot the kids after an argument. Good evening, I'm Ann Allred.
And I'm Mike Bush. Our Robert Townsend is live outside police headquarters with the latest. Plus, he has some disturbing numbers that have local leaders outraged. Robert.
Mike, as of today, more than 50 kids here in St. Louis have been shot. Now, one pastor is now pleading for region and state officials to address all this violence head on. Police say on a mid-afternoon summer day, bullets ripped across the air in this South St. Louis neighborhood. Officers arrived and learned a 7-year-old boy had been shot in his back. A 15-year-old girl grazed by a bullet.
A lot of our kids feel that they're living in war zones.
Investigators say 2 groups of teens had an argument behind a home near Ohio and Osage. Police say one of the juveniles walked to a car, grabbed a gun, fired multiple shots, and took off. Paramedics rushed the wounded boy and girl to a hospital. So far this year, 52 kids just 17 years old or younger have been shot in the city.
We've got to begin to address it.
The disturbing numbers have outraged the Reverend Darrell Gray.
The easy access to guns by children. That's got to be dealt with immediately.
Gray calls the growing violence in St. Louis a state problem. He's pleading to city, county, and state officials to unite and address crime now.
But right now, our children being shot down in the street, that needs to be the number one priority.
See, that's the conversation that we need to be having. Not, you know, we speak upon the gang culture, we speak about the violence, but look where it's at now. Generational banging that we sometimes we take pride in, and we salute, and we go, this is real. This is where it's at now. It's like the Wild Wild West. We just heard this 50 kids were shot. That just happened July 4th weekend. It's serious everywhere, bro. This is an epidemic that's happening within the United States of America, not just in Chi-Town. And what's happening that area is a common area of violence. Maybe it's time for us to spread our wings. We have to lead those communities. Sorry to say this, where Harlem is crazy, but Harlem ain't as crazy as it used to be. Certain parts of Harlem, because it has been gentrified. Certain parts of Bed-Stuy, y'all don't talk about Bed-Stuy, but a lot of Bed-Stuy has been gentrified, as in the part that they call Stuyvesant Town. Stuyvesant Town is actually not too far from they call it Stuyvesant Town. This little area in Bed-Stuy. That's not too far from Boys and Girls High School. Yo, we have to get this together, man. It's in flames. Yo, listen, I live in Central West End. Listen. People don't get shot over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the city of St. Louis. S. Walker, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? S. Walker, that you stop the violence, you move away. You remove yourself. You can't. If you remove yourself, you save your family. That's how you stop the violence. You stop the violence by removing yourself. Because you can't stop the violence if the people are still there. You can't stop nothing if you're still in that circle. I can say all day, yo, don't kill each other. That's not, it's still the animosities. It's still the tension. Forget the drug addiction. It's still the issues, the beefs. You have to remove yourself. Until you're ready to remove yourself and convince your loved ones to remove themselves, then it's never going to stop. You know what's going to stop the violence? Gentrification. No, there's this area in Bed-Stuy that they call Stuyvesant in Bed-Stuy. I forgot the block. They call it Stuyvesant. I know Stuyvesant Town, but there's a part in Bed-Stuy by boys and girls that they call Stuyvesant Town in Bed-Stuy. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about, brother. There's a part in Bed-Stuy that's gentrified, that whole little block. I forgot the name of that side block. There's a little restaurant called Peaches, whatever they call that over there, you know what I'm saying? It's a part in Bed-Stuy by Boys and Girls High School, though. That whole brownstone, that whole block is gentrified. It's a personal thing, they call it Stuyvesant Town. Like, yo, it's Stuyvesant, something Stuyvesant. Yeah, that little block, they call that Stuyvesant Town. It's a little, they got the flowers and the brownstones, that little block. Not all Malcolm X, it's one of them little side blocks. It's one of them little side blocks, yeah. It's right by Boys and Girls, though. But I know what Stuyvesant Town, I know what Stuyvesant Town you're talking about. It does do so because it saves your family, S. Walker. It saves your family. Because you can't save everybody else. What saved Harlem was gentrification. That's what saved Harlem. Yeah. They call it that. The people that live there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not a sign that says it. They call it that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about now. That little side block. You know what I'm saying? But you're right, though. The real Stuyvesant Town, the actual Stuyvesant Town that we know is about 14th Street. You know what I'm saying? 23rd, you heard? Now, having beef is life for these people. See, me and my boy made a video about that. If you want to stay in chaos, then you want to stay with the beef. I have a whole bunch of beef, but I don't deal with my beef. Why? Because I'm not in the areas to go through it. See, you got some people that's just toxic people, so you have to stay in toxic situations. That's like me moving to St. Louis and moving to the north side. I know that it's a toxic situation out there. They're killing each other, so what they going to do with me? You understand what I'm saying? So you have to remove yourself from your family and then convince your... Yeah. You got to remove yourself. If you don't... My project is called... No. It's a series you're doing, the DiskoBalla Hot Summer. It's you know what I'm saying? That's all. It's DiskoBalla Hot Summer. You know what I'm saying? You have to remove yourself. That's all. It's a DiskoBalla Hot Summer. Shout out to my man Disco. That's my guy, man. Me and Disco laughed about this many nights. You know what I'm saying? It's a DiskoBalla Hot Summer. You know what I'm saying? But even he removes himself from the nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's you want to live there. When we do the stacks on the areas where all this crime is happening now, these are the hoods, the neighborhoods. When I speak about St. Louis and I say Natural Bridge and Kings Highway and there's multiple shots and multiple people that died there, that's a common area where people die at. So why would you remain living? People that live there, people that live in that area be like, yo, Zeke, I feel like I'm in a jail, a prison, because you don't know the bullets might come out. They telling me, people that live here, yo, I'm trying to get my money together, I'm trying to move to Ladue, I'm trying to move to Clayton. You have to... He living life, man. He removed himself from the situations. Every shot to DiskoBalla. Exactly. You have to remove yourself. If you don't remove yourself, then you're only asking for trouble. Because you can change yourself. And then when somebody else can get the economics up, you can convince them, yo, listen, man, come over to Ohio with me, or come to Mississippi with me, or even come with me to Orange County. But when you move from hood to hood, you're going to get the same results. Let me tell you something, right? When I left New York, when I first went to Albany, I lived in Central Towers. Central Towers, still in the hood, so I got caught up in the hood, because I was still in the hood. Look. I moved to, you know what I'm saying? So then I had to realize, for me to really get out of this crime thing, I have to really remove myself from the whole life. Now, let me tell you the special thing about living in Co-op City. I never grew up in Co-op City. So, not growing up in Co-op City gave me an advantage. I don't know nobody there. So I was able to rebrand myself, you know what I'm saying? Work and do whatever I was trying to do. Yeah, definitely, let's talk about it. Salute, you know what I'm saying? And work and try to do and just focus. Because I wasn't in the life of crime. Now my block, I gotta salute my block. My block is in the, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? My block is not a bad block, but I don't want to hustle again. Think about it. For me to sit on my block, I'm gonna want to hustle because that's at my older age, that's all I did over there. Yeah, got caught up in the politics. You know what I'm saying? So this is really real life. Salute the wild hunter. Because we have to. This is what I mean. You have to remove yourself, and it's okay. You're not soft. We got this. That's why we're doing a couple of things today. The masculine men and unmasculine men in hip hop in our community. We say, right? Who's winning and who's losing? You know what I'm saying? In all reality, the picture that's being painted. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Money D on this topic because we had a conversation about that. That's how we do a show on that. He actually says he wants to do a show on that, or something like about that. Now, the worst part about these shootings is something like that S. Walker said. How do we stop the violence? Zeke? We can't do it. We can by us moving away from that. And then somebody going, yo, S. Walker, chill, where S. Walker at? S. Walker went to Alabama. You know what I'm saying? In Alabama, S. Walker got a good job, chilling, bought a big house. Because you got to think about this, right? You get this good job on the East Coast. You might be getting paid $60,000, $70,000 a year. This is the corporation you work for. You decide, you know what, I want to transfer to a state where the cost of living is a whole lot more cheaper. Alabama. Missouri, I'm going to tell you why Missouri's up. There's a lot of jobs here. It's a lot of jobs in Missouri. So the cost of living is a little bit up in certain areas because there's a lot of jobs here. Don't look at the ghetto and think there's nothing here. There's a million jobs here. The ports is over here. It's the middle of the country. There's a lot of warehouses, a lot of corporate offices. There's a lot of business in this state. Don't get that twisted. You know, you understand what I'm saying? You go somewhere and then you can live your life. It's not called running away. We assume that we must. Yeah. Yo, $30 an hour, that's great. Imagine $30 an hour in a state where minimum wage is $8.50 an hour. So you see, when you look at the minimum wage and it's low, that means the cost of living is low. You know what I'm saying? That means you can get a nice spot in the cut. Man, pay 2-3 racks a month or 2-3 racks a month and you sleeping and you're a good partner and you're going half and a half. It's a win. You gotta think about it. People move to Long Island City, Queens because the rent across the water is 30% cheaper than Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? They moved across the water. You got people in Queens that wasn't thinking about moving up. Yeah, you killing them. So why make $30 an hour and still live in Beirut? You understand what I'm saying? Housing complexes wasn't meant to stay in. Tenements wasn't meant to stay in. Those were the starting kits. It's just that we allowed the dope generation, the Krills generation, and we got distracted. Public housing was originally created for the man that came home from the army to get his life together and then move on. Because we have generations and generations and generations. Growth and development. I want to ask you a question. Somebody asks me this all the time. See, why you come to St. Louis for? Because I'm chilling, man. I'm doing the same stuff I was doing in New York. You know what I'm saying? I eat good. I spend time with wife. I hold hands. I go to the baseball game. May not be the Yankees or the Mets, but hey, St. Louis is baseball. Baseball is baseball. You know what I'm saying? I'm still the same person. I'm not young. I didn't come to St. Louis to hustle. I didn't come here to rob nobody. So you have to understand, the way I look at things is different in my glass than how you may look at it. I ain't come to St. Louis to go to the club, show them, get it popping, going live every 5 seconds, show them in the building, real ones is out. I didn't come here for that. My kids is grown. My son on his way to college. My daughter's in college. I'm solid. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? I got the retirement plan. I can live my life. You know what I'm saying? So why would I, at this age that I am, want to stay in a war zone just to say, yo, I'm a real one? I'm real. I'm the real. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going nowhere, knowing every day I go home, I'm aggravated. I got to be gripped up. I got to wear a bulletproof vest. I got to look over my shoulders because the environment I'm in. But as long as I go live, yo, Zeke Black is still on the block. Nah, I mean, we doing it like this, son. Nah, I mean, dudes is bugging, man. It's over. You got to throw the gloves up. You gotta go. The game is over. Yo, I live in a gun state and I go home and I don't feel scared. You know what I'm saying? Because where I live at. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Love me. No, see, sorry. Oh, God, here we go. Yo, you know what I'm saying? My grandmoms lived here. No, my mom's was out here. My mom's was out here fighting the power. Then, you know, I was hustling. I had the block on smash. I did 4 there. I did 2 there. Then, you know, me and wife was bugging. You know what I'm saying? I moved in with wife and them 2 blocks down and wash. You know what I'm saying? Yo, son, you be looking at you like, son, you're 60 years old, son. Are you serious? You still live in mama love crib. What are you doing with yourself? Nah, son, I sell bud. You know what I mean? That's crazy. So you're just an old man, an old body with a young mind. To you, eating at the chicken spot every night is Papino. Okay, you gotta grow up, man. And when you grow up, you want to feel safe, right? What they say, when old people get rich, they move to Miami. You know what I'm saying? You can still work with the kids. But it doesn't mean I have to live in the middle of a war zone. There's people that travel an hour away, that live in the country, that travel an hour, 2 hours away to go to work. You don't have to live in Beirut. You know what I'm saying? Because we see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? We see what's going on. Because if you have to become, like I said, you have to give up the title big homie and become a community leader. Those are harsh words for people. Some people don't know how to say that. Like, I'm a leader. Now I'd rather be a gang leader because that title gives me some type of strength. It doesn't. Yeah, it was popping back in the days. Nah, it was popping, but nah, that's not really the end thing, bro. It's okay to get a chicken here and there and 2 biscuits in the fry, but that's not the lifestyle you should be living at the age of 47. That's not supposed to be dinner. That's not, you know what I'm saying? Wife is supposed to be cooking something at the table. You know what I'm saying? This is what grown folks is doing. We're washing clothes, we're doing laundry, we're mopping, we're cleaning walls, we're buying pictures. We're not going, yo, baby, what we eating tonight? We're going to the chicken spot. Those are $2 chances nowadays. You have to switch it up, baby boy. You gotta switch it up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You gotta switch this up. You gotta get the greens together. You know what I'm saying? You gotta eat naturally. You know what I'm saying? Because when we change that program up, bro, once we begin to get into our inner youth that we know, like I just learned, I ain't gonna front, working for some other spot. A lot of stuff that we eat at some of these corner stores is even unhealthy bacteria. We eating mixed food, and they slice the meat cutter with ham, and then let me get a pastrami sandwich. You might have to give me a ham sandwich. They hitting the same salami. So now you know what I'm saying? We gotta get this together, bro. Cheap ain't always a win, but cost of living being cheap is a win. You just gotta pick your location. You feel what I'm saying? But shout out to the chicken spot though, you what? You know what I'm saying? That's, you know what I'm saying? Wifey a chef. Hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? Wifey a chef ORD. Well, you know what I'm saying? She got a certificate of being a chef. So I exercise that chef thing right. You know what I'm saying? Oh, baby, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I tell wifey, let's exercise our eating rights. You know what I'm saying? Even Chicago. You got Chicago where they killing each other at, and then you got Chicago that look like Manhattan. Just like St. Louis, bro. You got St. Louis that look like the war zone, then you got Central West End and other areas in the city that look like Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? Boy, wife is a chef. She got a certificate in that stuff. So I exercise all her chefing rights. Oh no, we done listen some food. And, you know, one thing about as you get older, we do older things. May seem old. We got so you don't have a Costco card. We got a Sam's Club card. So when we buy food, we think economically. You know, when you think young, you live day to day. We think about days in advance. Like, yo, let's go to Sam's Club. Let's order a bunch of this stuff. You want to know why? Because we don't want to take $2 chances. You know, anything can happen anywhere. Anything can happen anywhere. But I don't want to take a $2 chance where I know violence is happening. You know what I'm saying? Yo, this is real, man. Yo, you begin to enjoy that. So you understand what I'm saying? I don't have to sit in New York City in a war zone because, you know what I'm saying? I could sit in the city of St. Louis. Me and wife, we cook whole hands. We hold hands. We go, sometimes we want to get a bite to eat, it's right around the corner. Anywhere where there's a Whole Food at, you say it. Hold hands, there's a bunch of restaurants where we at. People walking their dogs, people are jogging, people are waving. You got the Black Lives Matter flags on people's property. I didn't even know that St. Louis is the king of chess. This is where they had the chess championships at. I didn't even know that. You know what I'm saying? This is where I guess they had some type of chess championships. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, I'm gonna take pictures of the area. So exactly. You seen that, JP? You can hold hands right there on Lennox. You know what I'm saying? Red Rooster, Sylvie's been updated too. You know what I'm saying? Hold hands by Whole Food. You know where we say a Whole Food at, it's safe. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah, you already know, man. You chilling. Don't it feel good? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Don't it feel good that when you have like when you have like a get together and it's just grown and you ain't gotta bring no guns. Yeah, they get to check our hair somewhere. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. We have to switch it up. Some people they don't want to catch on in them. So be it. I'd rather enjoy life and live another day than take deadly chances, man. Listen, where I live at, if you go 10 blocks down, you're right in the hood. My rent decreased by 80%. If me and wife we said, nah, we're gonna take deadly chances and move down the block. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta remove yourself, bro. And then people might be mad, but they get over it. That's how life goes. We do nothing being hood ornaments. Because we're really fronting for the camera. There's no way that there's a grown man that's going to go, I'm not going nowhere. Some people are stuck in the community over years of wasting in the streets. That's their fault. At some point, you have to grow up. You keep playing in the streets, you got to remember, there's no 401k plan. There's no, unless you rob a bank and got 100,000 sitting somewhere. You know what I'm saying? There's none of that coming to you. So if you want to play in the street to become this famous name, remember, there's not a prize that comes with that. You got to hit the lotto. You ain't hitting the lotto, you're going to be like that old man on the shot. Living with grandma, hanging out with two losers, DSS, welfare. With a bunch of good war stories though. Yo, know what I mean? 20 years ago, we was like this, like that. We got, know what I'm saying? But now, you have nothing. You're asking the government, can they put you in some type of housing? Nothing. But good war stories. That's the OG right there. Yeah, he was official back in the days. What happened to him? Yo, he homeless now. He did nothing with his life. He wanted to be in the hood all his life. He wanted to be this is how official I am. He did things to impress a bunch of dudes that really didn't care about him. You know what I'm saying? This game comes and goes. Yeah. The war stories. But when you ask somebody, you know, we all hate this. Even when we talk about our war stories and our wifeys hit us, you know how we get hit with wifey? What you got now from that 89 money? You start getting quiet. I'm going outside. You know what I'm saying? Don't ask me that question. You ever notice that? When we start talking about our war stories, yo, what about my brother was getting mad paper, the block was all smashed, and the wifey hit us with the punch in the back, like, so where's the money now? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. JP, you are retired. You deserve government housing. But let me say about these vets. Don't let these vets fool you. These vets, you need to be donating to the channel, JP. These vets are being, if you got a good discharge, I'm not throwing this shit out there. I'm in, you know where I'm at in St. Louis. There's a lot of Vietnam vets here. They are good money. Y'all deserve good housing, and they got that. They got it for y'all. Y'all don't have to move in the public housing. They got it for y'all. Yeah. I kick with the vets all the time, JP. You ain't gonna fool me. You know what I'm saying? I salute you. I salute you. You put yourself in a situation where you're gonna win for the rest of your life, as long as you got a good discharge. You know what I'm saying? I talk to the vets. They're building housing for them. Housing for vets. That's affordable to their plan. They build this shit for them. They get all the avenues. The vets that really retire, because the government, they stepping their game up for the for the veterans. You know what I'm saying? But as a vet, do you believe that you want to stay in the middle of a war zone? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, salute. Y'all. Come on, bro. My man I work with, OG, he was a chef in the war, in the MASH unit, bro. In the MASH unit. Came out. Worked for the VA, was a chef in the... What? But see, the Vietnam War, there was so many mixed decisions. The hippies got into politics, and they tried to shun the Vietnam vets. But then it took a, Desert Storm 1, Desert Storm 2, Afghanistan, to wake people up that all the vets should be treated the same. That's a fact. Not me. I'm like, oh no. They just sent me a letter talking to Bob and John. I'm like, oh no. That's what I mean. After all this shooting and killing that dudes do, you'd be surprised how many draft dodges this was when that letter come. You've been drafted to the U.S. Army. No. Oh. All this shooting that go on. Let them draft some of these dudes right now. They going to jail. I'm Muhammad Ali. I'm sent to the penitentiary. I'm not fighting the white man war now, but you're not fighting the white man war, but you're willing to kill a black man. It's a conflict. You know what I'm saying? A conflict that America got caught up in, whatever they want to say, and now we do business with Vietnam to get a lot of our plastic materials. Because I believe one of their main resources is rubber. Crazy as it sounds. We won't fight the white man war, but we'll kill each other. This is weird. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not fighting the white man war. Send me to jail. I'm an activist. I'm fighting the power. But you stay here in the country and be fast to throw a gun on your own people. My ring was popping. Yes. Oh, you good money, man. My man, so I deal with the vets. They good, man. And they get jobs. I don't know about in New York City, but I know in the Midwest, this is a Republican place, and the Republicans love their servicemen. Yo, there's certain places you go to is nothing but vets work there. They get their job. They get first dibs. In this Midwest, a lot of them get the first dibs, man. So I can honestly say that being in the Midwest, that's one thing I see. Maybe I hear it more because it's a smaller area, but there's a lot of vets that be like, yo, Zeke, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Think about you a veteran, you get in check. Then you be working for the VA, and you're a chef for the VA. My man, he retired from doing that. Yeah. They definitely this Midwest. I can't tell you about New York, the East Coast. Yeah, exactly. Just that title. So you understand what I'm saying? We have to remove ourselves, man. I don't want to join the army. I'm not fighting the white man war, but you gotta sell crack on the corner and get all these B and C felonies. See, when I was younger, I was totally confused because I want to have a name in the street. It wasn't even about getting the money. It was just about being Zeke Black. It was all about my name. I cared about my name. You know what my name got me? 20 years later working 2 jobs. You know what I'm saying? Now I go by Ezekiel Matthews. Now the Zeke Black don't matter. Because now it's like, now I could have been Ezekiel Matthews 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? You know what I'm saying? I could have been Ezekiel Matthews 20 years ago, party people. Please tell me when I'm wrong here. You know what I'm saying? I could have been Ezekiel Matthews 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? I'm not fighting the Zeke Black. I love it. I love it though. Zeke Black feed the wolf. But Ezekiel Matthews is what's going to have the 401k plan. Ezekiel Matthews got the benefits, medical benefits. Ezekiel Matthews living in a good home. When I was Zeke Black, I was in the trap house. You know what I'm saying? The math don't add up. Yes, son. Yo, S. Walker, I'm going to tell you what's crazy, S. Walker. I used to cut class. Shout out to my man Hector Mendez. He's doing the right thing in Albany. My man from Jeff. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you what's crazy. I used to cut class in the ROTC program in Norman Thomas High School. You know what I'm saying? Yo. How do you cut class in the ROTC program? But my whole purpose of going in there was not getting caught by the school guards instead of just signing up for the class. You know what I'm saying? Now, had I signed up for the class, because I still want to be Zeke Black. Zeke Black can't do nothing like that. Nah, man, it's not an RTC program. That's a suckers. That's a sellout. I'm not a coon. Do you know? Had I did that, I might have been more focused, probably would have graduated high school. Who knows, I might have been sent right to a military school, went to a good college, had all TC, and came in with a real status, lieutenant. You know what I'm saying? The only way I lose that, unless I violate the government. Yeah, because you know, Zeke Black, that's not what Zeke Black do. Zeke Black wants to fight. Wants to go gun for gun. I got to keep my name intact. My name, ain't even about the money no more, it's about my name intact. You ain't got no dirt on my name. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. I'll go to jail for that. I'll die for that. What name? Zeke Black? Who cares about Zeke Black? They can't call you Zeke Black on a job. Young. Sounds weird. Sounds like the boys. Yeah, so looking around crazy. Now I thought somebody was at my door. I was like, yeah, but it's for real, man. It comes to a point where we yeah, because I'm trying to tell you, man, the Zeke Black, I could have did what I'm doing now 20 years ago. I could have did 20 years ago. Now I'm working 2 jobs, living life. I could have did that 20 years ago, but we let this add up. You know what I'm saying? No man, I love the war stories, you know what I'm saying? But at least I'm setting myself up for the future. But I'm doing the right thing in the future, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing the right thing in the future. Now, boom, you know what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with joining the service or all those that believe not. I'm not fighting for the country. I'm not doing it. Think about, you know what I'm saying? Then shout out to my man G-Dub Quinn. I was calling him 50 times by accident yesterday. Shout out to G-Dub Quinn for even messaging me back, like, Ezekiel, you okay? And I appreciate that, G-Dub. I ain't forget you, bro. I appreciate you checking in, you know what I'm saying? Like, Zeke, you all right? Now, now somebody said going to a war store. I was going, this is when I was Zeke Black, right? Hell yeah, I'm getting ready for Social Security, because that's what I'm 47. I didn't caught on. You know what I'm saying? You have to prepare yourself for that Social Security. It's not a game. It's not a game. That Social Security is not a game. Cause I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? Because all that money, you need all that. You need that $1,000 here. You need that $2,000 there, that $400. When you get older, you want to have less. You want to have less expenses the older you get. You know what I'm saying? Yep, that's a fact. This is gas station shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? People were taking gas. People were taking. Now check this out. This just happened 4 days ago. It happened 4 days ago. Remember I told you about chances. Get out the hood. This is the hood. The area I'm talking about right now. This area is called the hood, the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop taking these weird chances. Look, you waste time trying to uphold something. I'm gonna tell you about the slap that changed my life. I wasn't the one that got slapped, but the slap that changed my life. So this happened at a gas station.
A man died in a hail of gunfire in North St. Louis. There were 45 evidence markers in the parking lot of a gas station on Van Deventer at St. Louis Avenue. The victim was taken to the hospital where he died from his injuries.
So that gas station's in the hood. That's what I'm saying. You'll take a $2 chance, $5 chance. You know you got ops. They see you hit the whole car.
Is mastering successful aging through compassion and innovation. For 130.
You know what I'm saying? You're taking deadly chances. You're taking deadly chances. Knowing you got ops. They see you. They went up with the car. They sprayed the whole car. How do you have 47 bullets for a car? It's serious, man. So you understand what I'm saying? Move yourself. Yo, this is nothing soft about going to a safer neighborhood to get gas. You want to get the cigarillos and you got your little weed habits, you get your cigarillos by the box. 47 bullets. I mean, they really wanted him dead. 47 bullets. You heard it. 47 bullets in this gas station in the hood. So you understand what I'm saying? Like the guy that went to the Detroit gas station, knowing that people get robbed there on a daily basis by the same little clique. You wear a $20,000 chain and did not think you was going to get robbed for 1 second. That's because some dudes believe it ain't going to happen to me. I'm a real one. They know my name. My name is what built me. Let me tell you something. Zeke Black gave the state 2 state bids. It didn't build nothing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? 47 years old working 2 jobs. Just imagine if I didn't waste time for the last 20, 30 years trying to hold Zeke Black. I did better when I was Key Nitty writing graffiti. At least I went to school and had a job. I did great when I was Key Nitty. As soon as I became Zeke Black, the game was over. You know what I'm saying? I was Key Nitty writing graffiti, going to school. I went to girlfriends. As soon as I became Zeke Black, 8 months there, 6 months there. Oh, here, take this tune out the fire. Oh, I'm doing jumper jacks. Wasting time. Now, 20 years later. Exactly. So you understand what I'm saying? Oh man. I could walk and roll certain parts of Harlem. Don't get it twisted. You still got a couple of Certain blocks, you still got a bunch of, you still got tight jean dudes, they mill around. Like Lennox, 8th, you might see 2, 3 tight jeans. Anything by Drew Hamilton, you might get caught slipping. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? They mill around, they look around, them young boys. Don't let them fool you. They be on their bikes, they look, it's like they detect you. Ooh, victim. You know what I'm saying? I look, they got tight jeans when I got baggy jeans, so I can get away. I'm running. You're gonna have to chase me. Yo, Zeke sucker. I don't care what y'all say. You're gonna have to chase me. I did good in track. You know what I'm saying? I did good in track. You're gonna have, I tell you, if I'm walking and y'all walking and I got some garments on the good chain and they detect me, because it's like metal detectors, ding! And they look and I look and I make a move to see are they paying attention to me. And as they come my direction, I'm gonna go, you know what? They got to shoot me. You know what I'm saying? They got tight jeans on. I know by the time they hit the floor, I'm going. You know what I'm saying? But that's why you don't live in the hood. You know what I'm saying? You need to go through all that. You know what I'm saying? Tight jeans, that's what's doing it. Dudes, it's medium, it's crazy. They speedy looking around. They done pop 20 perks, 2 miles. They waiting for a victim. I'm like, yo, this is crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Know what I'm saying? Now, it's another joint we're going into, right? Has hip hop become masculine? What's the variance that we can be in masculine and hip hop and non-masculine? Okay. In this day and age of hip hop, you know, they show the picture of the masculine man, the hip hop artist. You see the masculine artists all the time on YouTube, IG, whatever the case may be. They have a long life, you know what I'm saying? They have a short life in the game, because what comes with them being masculine is putting themselves in dangerous situations. Even if they don't have to, just to go viral, they'll jump somebody in the club, get caught with a gun in the car. You know, all the masculine ways that we say. Now, all the unmasculine men, because shout out to Money D, because he bought something about Puffy. Puffy's an unmasculine man that's winning in the game. He doesn't come across as a threat. He doesn't come across as, he's more of a businessman. He comes across as, hey, how you doing? Good morning. He's dancing on IG. He's Mr. Love. You hear me? Winning. Pop Smoke. Masculine. No disrespect to him. Assassinated. Tupac. He went to becoming a masculine gangster. Assassinated. Jay-Z. He's become non-masculine. He doesn't come across like that no more. He got the dreads, he got the kids, he got Beyonce, he got Beyonce, he got the kids. He's waving, he's kissing babies in the head. Jay-Z, did you sell crack in '88? He don't answer those questions no more. Talk to my lawyer. Now you understand what I'm saying? Maybe. Because I'm not saying don't change your gender. Whatever floats your boat, floats your boat. But I think what I'm catching on is when it comes to this hip hop thing, most of the masculine men in the hip hop are not winning as much as the non-masculine. Even look at Lil Nas X. You know what I'm saying? We know 20 years ago Lil Nas X couldn't do that on CBS. You feel what I'm saying? Hold on 1 second. You can get that in there. Hold on. You just said about Cash App. So I'm going to stop my conversation real fast. You know what I'm saying? Fast. This is the Cash App for all those that want to donate to a $2 nigga. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? You know what I'm saying? Now, most of us been masculine all our life. Most of us got 2 to 6s, 3 to 9s, you know, domestic violence cases. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it fucking with you. We've kept it real. And then all the guys that we laughed at, that, yo, he's soft, he's not outside. The non-masculine, those are the ones that's laughing at us on IG. Look at this fool. You know what I'm saying? Hold on 1 second, party people. Definitely supersize the Team Smoke and Team Smoke. Go support my man and Team Smoke. Right? He doing some great things over there. And Team Smoke. Get the smoke detectors out. Boom. Definitely, I love you too. You know what I'm saying? That's the cash app right there. Bringing it back to the slap that changed my life. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Maybe we gotta, like, I even realized that at my job, when I be keeping it a little funky, talking with my hands on what you said, it puts me on my job at job chances. When I do the, yeah, you right. Oh, Zeke, you're a great guy. You're understanding. Yes. Oh, okay. This humble thing works. So the masculine man it works. I get it. Get it. You get the Jay-Z's. Jay-Z used to be masculine. Then he got non-masculine. He's winning. He become a billionaire. Puffy was really never really masculine, but Puffy did some masculine things in his time. He, you know, Steve Stout. He might have threw a chair at Drake. So we can't take none away from Puff. But Puff always showed the business side. Listen, he jerked some of the biggest goons in the world. In the 90s. If he jerked the Locks was on the block. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Biggie. Shout out to Brooklyn, BX. But, not BX, but Brooklyn. Shout out to Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy. But, once Puffy became more non-masculine, he began to win in the game. He's close to a billionaire. Even 50 Cent, don't let 50 Cent fool you. He has become non-masculine behind the scenes because the only way he's gonna win is humbling himself. Dame Dash is a prime. Dame Dash is us. The 3 to 9, the 2 to 6. The 3 to 9, the 2 to 6. Dame Dash takes masculine chances, and this is why he's getting discriminated against by the non-masculine because they have all the power. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want behind. See. They only want us to be masculine when it sells units, when it sells records, when it gets views. They don't want us. It's a seller. You can sell masculinity because people want to see that. They want to see the beefing and the bargain, boom. But as soon as you put the non-masculine mask on, that's when you get the check. That's when they go, listen, we got a sneaker for you, we got a jacket for you, we got a hoodie for you. You know what I'm saying? Look at all the winners. Even Suge Knight. Suge Knight was too masculine. You see what Suge is at? Not saying he's going to go to jail, but free Suge Knight. He was too masculine. He never showed the masculine side. He just wanted to be the Debo of the game. That's what happened. Okay, we got a spot for you. We're going to take this away from you. We're going to do this to you. We're going to do that. We're going to make your life a living hell. And then for the world to see that masculinity is going to lose. So what I'm not going to say is, I'm not telling y'all to become masculine individuals. What I'm saying is, it's a time and place for everything. Don't treat everybody like they're from the block. Don't give everybody the same rules as the block. How you treat Little Juan, Little Pito, you don't treat Chico the Barge. You know what I'm saying? You got to be business-minded. And in business, there's a lot of things you're going to take. Words. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that. Look, let's talk about it. Wordplay. Definitely shout out to Mountain Rain for the $25 donation. Shout out to Mountain Range, I appreciate that. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying? They're supporting the channel. What? Shout out to Mountain Range for the $25 donation. You know what I'm saying? She sent a message with it that said love is love. You know what I'm saying? Love is love, man. That's what it's about, man. It's about top of the morning. Because it's not about him and her. It's not about, because we get caught up in that gender talking. Color talk, everybody black. Listen, I know more black racist people than white people. I know black people that hate black people. You know what I'm saying? Yo, F them dudes over there in Forster. There's only but so many white families in Forster. You know what I'm saying? Yo, F those dudes over here. So yeah, it's how you narrate the story. It doesn't matter where you're from. Now, I'm gonna go into the slap that changed my life. This is 1990, 91. I'm in the projects. Me and my man's on the corner. My man brother-in-law, forgot son name. He did some funny money with my other man in Boston. Some of y'all know who I'm talking about. Forgot son name. He fresh home from jail. His arms is the size of my forehead. He's coming from the block to block. He's telling us war stories. Constant war stories about his takeover. You young boys, we look at him like, yo, yeah, word, yeah. But he had a plug. So now one day, we by the corner store. I'm chilling, me and my man, we chilling. We just mind our own business. We trying to calculate how we gonna get twos and fews for the day. Cause my other man's was solid. My other man's, you gotta keep it alert at all times. Exactly. So my man, he like, shout out to Puffy, shout out to Sean Carter, no disrespect. There's nothing wrong with being non-masculine. Definitely bad boy for life. What? Get in tune. Shout out to my man from Polo, Frank Luciano for jumping in the chat. Shout out to the BX, the Billies and all that. 9 Trey, get him, Billy, get him, Billy, get him. 9, I gotta stop all that. See, you can't promote gang violence. So now, I'm chilling my own. We drinking private stock. Private stock had that top that had like the riddles, whatever it was. The riddles. Listen, we was young and crazy. We were eating riddles. Trying to buy the top, take the top up, look at the riddles. So y'all know I'm going into the story. So now Duke come to us. Now the other 2 men that was with us, they already financially secured because they was allegedly hustling in the hill hole. The hill hole guaranteed $200-300 a day. We sat there all day. We have to figure out how we're gonna scramble, duck, and dodge cops, and have to deal with rejection because a lot of the custodies that allegedly walked past the block was going to the hill hole. So we had to deal with that. That's emotional. That's an emotional thing in itself. When you have to stand there, you see custodies and they walking past you, all conceited. Yo, what's up? I got fuck. And they go into the Chili Hilly. We needed some Dr. Phil. Like, yo, why they always walk past us? We got trays. They got dimes. We're giving away trays this long, allegedly. The trays is this long. Why are they walking past us? So now we sitting there distraught. We touch. And then this fool comes down the block. Here he goes. Here go Julio Iglesias. There's a difference between Ricky Ricardo and Julio Iglesias. 2 differences. Julio Iglesias, he comes on the block. I guess he must have made some money. Yo, I made a killing. You know that old talk, killing. To the neighborhood, what you gonna do? You're with me or you're against me? We look at him like he's crazy, like, bro, we're not even with ourselves. But I think he's trying to like intimidate me and my man. He's like, so we don't want to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really be saying that. And he says, like, I don't really be saying that when I be seeing you out here. We look at him like he's crazy. Out of nowhere. It could have been, I don't know what happened. I don't know where he came from. We didn't have a cell phone. We wasn't able to beat nobody. This guy, I swear to God, we didn't. I swear to God, it wasn't a walkie-talkie in sight. We in front of the store. We like this. The skinniest guy in America with a cherry curl. Not a curl, he had a curl because he had some of that Puerto Rican in him, that Boricua. We called him Yule. Somebody called him Juan on the sidelines. Some people that said Yule. We watched Yule chase Kenny Black, free Kenny Black between 3 projects on a Good Friday night. Kenny Black was 200 pounds of pure fat and blubber. He telling Yule telling him, hit me please. But the nigga Yule was cut up like Sugar Ray Leonard. I think Yule knew how to fight. Had to, because this guy was running from him. We was like, oh. So now we're there going, yo, he's chasing Kenny Black up a hill. So I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So now we see you in the situation. So we see him in the corner with the girl. Yo, oh shit. He goes straight to the target. Yo, as he's talking to him, now mind, he's just talking this crazy talk to him. Or the body language, you see me like, yo, don't slap, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, come on, chill, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Kenny Black was tough. Kenny Black was tough. I just say salute to Kenny Black. He was tough. But you must have beat somebody up in front of him before because you chasing between Wash, Lex, and I think a piece of 100th Street. You know what I'm saying? Imagine running all through the D. You know what I'm saying? Shout out free Kenny Black, man. Free Kenny Black. His brother Ant, salute the Ant. So that's it. This is crazy. So now we chilling, right? So son, she's talking to him, but he hit him in the head. Don't mind the hairline. Hairline used to be like this. Don't even mind that shit no more. So he hit him. I get my hair cut. He hit him in the head. Didn't I tell you? I'm sitting there. We're looking in shock. Oh shit! He just came over here with this. I'm like, And then you just kept slapping it, and then the arm went back. Now let me tell you something. If you would have snuffed him, I probably wouldn't even talk about the story. You know what I'm saying? But his arm went all the way back to the moon, bro. And it was like the Matrix. When that shit came down, it was like ding, 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 ding. My body was like, no, no, no. He slapped him. It was like, no, no, no. It was like he shot him. No, he shot him. He was like, shut the fuck up. He was like, oh. He was like, yo, TV fake facts. Brooklyn's in the building. He was like, bah! I'm telling like, no, Lord. He was like, shut up. He was like, oh. This nigga ran off. We thought he shot him. Then he looked at us, oh, yes, mother. He was like, oh, what y'all niggas is doing? He was like, oh. A few weeks later, I'm hitting the side block. Hunt ain't my name. I see this sorry ass nigga. So I see him, he see me. So I'm like, here we go with this sucker shit. But I know how niggas give it up. Sometimes some people, cause you know what I'm saying, he know that I seen him get slapped 4 blocks away, like for 4 blocks. So I had to beat him in the head, like, yeah, son, that's crazy. That's crazy what you did. You know what I'm saying? I said, yo, son, I know you would have fucked him up, son. You know what I'm saying? It's all right, though. He said, yeah, man. I said, yo, sucker, man. I said, yo, man. I didn't want to laugh. I was like, let me get the fuck away from this nigga, man. I said, damn, son, but he slapped the shit out of you, son. Like, Mr. said, son, your son slapped you, man. Like, I knew something was up, but you know what I'm saying? But I didn't know, I didn't know, yo, you and him had an issue. How he telling you can't eat on the block that he ain't from? You know what I'm saying? That's the part, that's the whole amazing part about this whole story. He slapped him for telling him he couldn't hustle on the block that he didn't even get, he didn't last long on. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole other story. Shout out to my man, you. You was the eye of the tiger. You be the state trooper of. You was a little gangster. Like I said, gangster, he got caught in the car. They said he found 5 pounds of weed and some other stuff. He decided he wasn't going to go to jail, so he started putting hands and feet on the cop. State trooper, true facts. He caught like 8 years for that. You know what I'm saying? Yep, shout out to my man, you know what I'm saying? How you doing the right thing? They tried to assassinate him, he's still alive. But it was crazy, man. Yo, I don't know. We'll hear down Williams, we'll hear more about that later. You know, I ain't gonna front. Scheme be in tune with a lot of dudes up top. You know what I'm saying? It's here Jay pay away from all the news. You know what I'm saying? So definitely shout out to Scheme, man. But you know, if it happened to Lacey, it's bound to happen anyway. You know what I'm saying? Somebody wants, you know what I'm saying? There's always somebody who wants to take over. You know what I'm saying? There's always something new. You know what I'm saying? So we can't, you know, he in the medium now. He in this medium. Anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? It might have been words, might have been the bag, might have been somebody who just said, if we shoot him out the sky, we can take over. Don't be surprised if the Max might be a part of this. Don't be surprised if the Ballers is not a part of this assassination. You want to keep talking crazy, we're gonna get you. You're gonna join the cutting club. You know what I'm saying? So now you're just like everybody else who got a cut and stab on anybody, except a couple of good soldiers out there. It's the chain slap that changed my life. I'm gonna tell you, man, and yo, certain slaps is you know what I'm saying? I look at it like this, party people. This is how I look at it, man. I look at it as, how you gonna slap somebody for a block that he didn't hustle on, but you didn't even hustle on? Like it wasn't your block. So that's where it got spooky at. I was like, it changed my life. I said, yo, crazy. But then something happened with Yule, and man, something crazy happened. I guess he called himself going to somebody else and telling them what they can't do on their own block and 100 miles an hour. You know what I'm saying? But yo, it's the slaps that changed your life, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Definitely. It was a life experience. Shout out to that name from Lex. You know what I'm saying? Hilltop Hustlers. I tell you, man, we done been through it all. Listen, you would never know what it's like to have 100 pack on you, and you see 10 customers walking, and they're walking past you proudly, we're going to the Chili Hilly allegedly, and you're like, fuck you. They will only come with us in shorts, but they couldn't go to the Chili short. So the only money they used to get sometimes was because they were short or they have change. Back in the day, they said still the tokens. I had like a bag of tokens. It was disgusting. It was a disgusting time in my life. I'm trying to tell you, being Zeke Black wasn't an easy job. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't an easy job. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a pair of uptowns made me feel good. But now realizing my older age, I could do all the things I did legally. Wise Brim was popping. Seriously speaking, man. This is, you know, I've learned, right? I've learned over the years. The years of looking and, you know, you just look and you learn. You learn from life experiences, man. That slap did change my life. Yep, the whole middle. I had to have a bag of them because they couldn't go to the hill hole with that allegedly. So it was like, yo, that's, do you know 100 degrees outside, you got a whole pack on you, bro? And these customers are walking right past you. They're giving away this much krills allegedly. They're giving away this much for $10. But I learned something in that process. Butter, consistency, and safety. Those three things. If you can guarantee a customer safety, then you won. With butter. Butter pecan. Joey Butter Fuco. Keep the block safe. Simple math. I can cop and not get scraped. I can cop and not worry about police. I can cop and don't got to worry about getting jerked, playing around with my money. It works. We learn from that shit. Wait a minute. You know what I mean? But that was then. Like I told you. I'm gonna tell you what's so crazy though. Tone Lopez won as being Tone Lopez. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Tell you, man, even though he got assassinated, rest in peace, Tone Lopez, but he won. Yep. You know what I'm saying? He won his Tone Lopez. He didn't want his crazy tone. You know what I'm saying? He won his Tone Lopez. He got a house out the game. I heard a house, he had a bunch of cars, good garments, van. You know what I'm saying? Even in that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's definitely no doubt. I got a bunch of those stories. Definitely the slap that changed my life. You know, we go through things, we see things, we realize things, and in time, we'll begin to grow up. And as we're growing up, we see things, we learn things from experiences, right? And within your experiences, some things that you learn is you gotta have safety. If you can't secure your safety, how can you secure somebody else's safety if your safety ain't clear? Do you believe taking a picture on a block that you own no property on makes you official after 30 years? Does that make you a real one when you go on a block that has no value? Does that make you real? Like seriously, like I've been on this block, I put paint on this block, but to take pictures there, like, but you don't own a piece of the property, you don't own a store, you don't own a storefront, you don't own nothing. You're just out there taking pictures. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? While somebody else is getting money. While somebody else is getting those tax breaks. Because let me be honest with you, the thing about living in the hood, having a business in the hood, is the tax breaks you get. Because when the property is down, the taxes is down. So the school taxes ain't high. So it's a win for somebody who actually owned the property. Because if you own the property and it's paid for, it's 100% profit. Think about Dollar Generals. Most of the Dollar Generals are in the hoods, right? So even the Family Dollars, a lot of them are in the hoods. So they get all these tax breaks. You're in the hood. Corner stores, Bobby's store, like we go, oh, Bobby. And Bobby be acting mad tight. He's getting $1 million with the tax breaks for having a business in the community. You know what I'm saying? See, those are the conversations, because somebody asked me, do you know how to make $200,000? And that's true. We don't have those conversations. How to make $200,000? That's true. We gotta have those conversations. How can I make $1 million? All this rap, play baseball, that. There's ways to make money. You just gotta know how to make money. Why do you think people buy houses that's tore down? Why do you think people can't wait till they want to gentrify something? You buy a piece of property for $1, you pay the back taxes, you build it up, then you charge your rent sky high. I'm not taking no Section 8. Once you got the neighborhoods that deny Section 8, you won, because the quality of people you want to have living there is the working class. My housing complex is the purpose of that. Lexington Housing is considered a working class project. The average person, family that I grew up with, I had 20 friends. Out of 20 friends, 19 of them had a parent that had a 9 to 5. Shout out to Lexington Projects, Washington. You know what I'm saying? You change the landscape. My room 4 buildings, there's not a war going on. There's not a one side against the other side. This is 4 buildings. Yo, you got some parts of Brownsville or East New York that's 2 buildings. They're going to war with a whole housing complex. So it's the mentality It's how you grow up, right? Our school district, 99th and Lex. Most of the kids I grew up with went to PS 198 or 96th Street. Mixed rich kids, poor kids, whatever. Some kids went to Wagner Junior High School by 77th Street, right? So a lot of them didn't go to 99. None of them didn't go to 102, 101, PS 57. If you want the 45, that's because you want to be tough. You want the 45. I know a couple of dudes want the 40. Jefferson Park Junior High School. Those are in the hood. 99. Jackie Robinson. 13. Those are the junior high schools in the hood. Then you had those that went to Wagner. Wagner was, we talk about why Isaac Projects was white. You know what I'm saying? When majority of Isaacs was white, the Budweiser crew and all that. They have an ice skating ring right there on 96th Street. Just giving y'all the 96th Street where all the squeegees used to be at. It's squeegeeing cars all day over there. It was crazy over there. Ever was crazy. Everybody was hustling. You know what I'm saying? Normally courts across the street. This is crazy. Normally courts across the street. Those tower buildings. Come on, man. That's the Upper East Side. 96th Street, we cross that side. Metropolitan Hospital, White Park, Upper East Side. The zip code was 10128. Understand that a lot of my friends went to school in the 10128 area. Wagner Junior High School is by Gracie Mansion where the mayor slept at. By the FDR Drive. Y'all know the neighborhood, Upper East Side. You know what's over there. $1 million apartments. You know what I'm saying? Going towards 86, 77th Street, Jackson Hole. So I'm just giving you, that's why we don't have to be extra. It was just all about money because there was no wars. But Washington down the hill, where we paid our rent at, it was rough down there. It was rough in that D. You wasn't walking through that D. It was rough down there. The Chinese restaurant, it was real. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, if you don't want to be in the kitchen, get out the kitchen. You don't got to be in a situation. Y'all can move away, move out. There's nothing wrong with being non-masculine when it comes to certain situations. You don't want to scare the money away. That's what I mean. I said, you scaring the money away, acting crazy, talking tough, you just that and third. Nobody cares about that. Keep it real unless you're doing security. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real one. That's what I do. I'm solid. Nobody cares about that. You know what I'm saying? People care about how can our two brains make some bread together. If we can't make no money together, then go get the donuts. Do something. You understand what I'm saying? How can we get $1 million together? That's the question you gotta ask certain people at this age. Exactly, Buck. Gotta reinvent yourself. You gotta go somewhere. You save your family. Then somebody else will catch you and go, yo, where's somewhere? He went to Florida. Let me go follow what he's doing. He's chilling. This is what the social network should do. Not go, yo, I'm gonna take a picture in front of a housing complex I don't own. At this age, leave that to the young boys. You know, I mean, I want to ask you a question. There's nothing wrong with living in the projects if you own 4 parcels, 4 buildings. Okay, I salute that. You got people that do live in the projects. There's a Jewish projects off of by Myrtle Ave over there in Brooklyn. It's like 2 buildings. Mad Jews living there. It's a housing complex. Most of those Jews that live in there are landlords. You know what I'm saying? Or they own some type of business. That live in these buildings. It's right there in it's like about Myrtle Ave. You know what I'm talking about? It's like Bed-Stuy. It's like, I think it's that, I forgot the name of that area. But when you have to go across the Williamsburg Bridge. It's like 2 buildings or 1 building. Majority of the people that live in there are, and these are the people that be like landlords. So it's working for them, public housing. You need a grown woman in your life. That's right. You need a grown woman. You can't have a woman that's a kid. That's a fact, Buck. You gotta have a grown woman. If you have a woman in your life, yeah, exactly. If you gotta have a grown woman. You gotta have a woman that's, yo, we're serious, we're saving money, we're gonna die together, we gotta prepare for our future, we're gonna hold hands, we're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have a grown, you can't have somebody who still wanna be fashionable to the unfashionable. You know what I'm saying? What's the sense in having a Mercedes-Benz on the block if the people you're talking to are Section 8? They don't even have a neon. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop hanging out with the undesirables, the ones that don't want to go nowhere. They just got good war stories. He's a real one. He's real. Been jail all his life, son. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing with this stuff? He saw a little bit of weed here and there, and you know, with the young boys, scammers, yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's getting sauce the other night. He jumped him, but it's all right. You know what I'm saying? He's still solid. He ain't never telling nobody. See, we have to understand. Look how the thinking goes. An individual would rather be around what they call a real nigga than link up with a real chick. That's the thinking of the hood. Because a man that has structure, has a real chick, ain't gonna put themselves in situations they get shot at, stabbed at, arguing all day, going back and forth. Because a real chick ain't got time to tolerate that. You're going to bed at 8, 9 o'clock. You're eating breakfast. You're taking showers. You know what I'm saying? You're doing things that have basic home skills training. You're not doing that. This is a dope show, man. This is serious, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you got some dudes who think it's cool not to take showers. I'm a real one. Real ones, you got to be on point out here. I ain't taking a shower for 2, 3 days because I'm real. It's not being real, man. 10 plus 10 equals 20. That's how the math go down. I don't even get paid. Wife, she take care of all that. The checks go to the bank with that bank account. My bleeding was popping. She take care of that. I'm happy. Everybody happy. I ain't got, because that's one thing about hood niggas. Real hood niggas have trust issues. They don't even trust themselves. That's why they blow money. That's why when the light bill comes up and your girl gotta ask you, yo, let me get $200 to pay the light bill. That's crazy. You're a grown man. Listen, it's supposed to be, yo, I paid all the bills today. Say no more. That's structure. Somebody has control. That's why a lot of y'all never succeeded at having partners in the drug game. Because somebody does the reading up and somebody gets the grams. Somebody has to count the money. We both can't count the money. Somebody has to be responsible for all the re-up. Tell you, man. You make your lives more difficult trying to be this real individual, trying to be this solid one, trying to be whatever you, trying to stay in character. Like I told you, if I would have remained Key Nitty PT 131, you know what I'm saying? I might have went to the army. You know what I'm saying? But I want to be Zeke Black. And once I became Zeke Black, I threw it out the window. I said, I don't care. As long as I got a name for myself. Yo. I'm going to tell you what's crazy. I meet people, right? I'm like, yo, my name is Ezekiel Matthews. They be like, know what I'm saying? They go, yo, Zeke. Zeke, you not. Yo, they could be, oh, Zeke Black. I'm like, ah. But everything they say about Zeke Black is negative. There's not a, yeah, Zeke Black, I heard about you. You bought a house when you was in the game. Yo, I heard about you. You bought a block. You had a store, didn't you? I don't got those stories. I just got, oh, you hustled here, you hustled there, got a couple of money. Yeah, your mans was getting money. They had shit, but you ain't having it. You kept going to jail. You never wanted to invest your money because you ain't trust nobody. You want to keep your money in the sneaker box. You know what I'm saying? Oh, now I ain't hear about it, but it probably happened. You know, he's in the penitentiary. It probably did happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it didn't. You know what I'm saying? It might have happened, though. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Just being honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Is that Zeke? That's the homie. Zeke Black don't got a 401k plan. Okay. Zeke, when I'm Zeke Black, I'm still going back and forth with a lot of undesirables. When I'm Zeke Black, when I'm Ezekiel Matthews, I have no contact with them. That's crazy, right? You know, when I'm Ezekiel Matthews, I have no contact with none of this. Because I'm on grown man time. I'm on my time. Even, you know what I'm saying? But everybody gets into Zeke Black mode, it's so what matters? When I get that 401k plan check, it's gonna say Ezekiel Matthews, not Zeke Black. So I dedicated 20 years to the street. Can't take it back. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm actually living life. I could have did this 20 years ago. So if you got a kid sitting there, don't waste time trying to live up to a name. Unless the name has something. Tommy Mickens is worth it, right? Tommy Mickens owned property. He owned a store. He owned a half a block. I could say he's a boss. When the smoke clears, you don't know what he came home to. You know what I'm saying? He saw the Guy Fisher was investing in, they made investments. Maybe the feds didn't catch all the investments. The average guy, we got stories of cars, garments, chains, females. You got some dudes arguing, you got some individuals that still arguing over females that they don't even deal with no more. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a real one. Because we real. This is serious. You got dudes, because when you go into that mode, you're going back into the undesirable lane. When you go into the undesirable lane, that's what happens. You begin to argue about situations that have nothing to do with nothing. Hats on the wall, you know what I'm saying? Julio Ortiz is in the building. Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad. Shout out to my man DJ Demo, Ted Smooth, Master Z, OG Gito, 107th Street, Gold Rush, Mob, you heard? We come back to the hood, hey, what's going on, to show some love. I'm out of here though. I'm not here to stay. I love you niggas, but your niggas y'all still want me to be Zeke Black. I'm not Zeke Black no more. I'm paying taxes. I'm not trying to get another F. That defeat the whole purpose of me coming to St. Louis. If I come out here and get another felony, that defeat the whole purpose. That's sometimes you have to put the thinking together. Who are you? Salute to Mary J. Blige in her documentary, because I remember when she first was coming up. I remember when I heard You Remind Me. I remember when I heard The Joint. She was young like us, bro. And she got caught up in the game a little bit, and she shook that. And she's a winner. But she went through a lot of pain, man. And watching that documentary remind me of our Evan. Even though she's a female, talking to the females, I'm a dude. I'm like, damn, that's how it was. In the trap house trying to figure this out. House to house. Every female was an opportunity. It wasn't out of love. It's because I did do some work in the refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? I didn't care about her. As long as I could put some work in there and back up and make my moves, I didn't care about shorty. We wasn't going to build an empire together. I just need you to I meet somebody else. Yeah. Go check that out on Amazon, man. Shout out to Puff, man. He believed in her. He seen something in her. Shout out to Andre Harrell. Seen something to Jeff Red. He seen something in her. They got it out of her. You need to listen to some of that Mary J. Y'all might think she's singing to the females, you know what I'm saying? Definitely shout. Salute to Mountain Rain. Salute, salute. I gotta get ready to go to work, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Great doctor, check it out on Amazon, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to JP Collins for jumping in. Shout out to everybody that commented. Let's talk about Boss Dawn's in the building, man. Let's deal with what's reality. We're not gonna have small conversations, but you're watching my life, and my life is not. It's too confusing. I got too much going on. I can say I own the business. I don't own a business no more. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? I can say now that I'm settled in my head. I'm calm. I'm collective. I'm not trying to make up for one fall. Me having a watch doesn't say who Zeke Black is. I don't even know how to drive. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to drive. So doing things like that, you know, our car is to take us to work and travel. Our car is not for me to take pictures by go, this is what we doing in 2019 with chillin', da-da-da, bang, 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 you bum niggas. We real ones out here, we solid. That doesn't mean nothing. Those cars don't have no value. We're trying to get to some value, some equity. You know what I'm saying? In the state of Missouri, do you know you have to pay taxes on property taxes on cars every year? That's amazing to me. Property taxes. People in the state of Missouri has to pay property taxes on a car. If you don't pay your property taxes, they will take your car. You know what I'm saying? These are the politics here. People paying $400 or $500 for just property tax on a car. So you ain't gotta own a house to pay property taxes in the state of Missouri. A car. You know what I'm saying? So let that register in your brain, man. Everybody's situations is different, man. Imagine you pay city taxes, state taxes, federal taxes, then you gotta pay a property tax for a car, but you don't own no property though. But you don't own a house, but you paying property tax. You might as well get a house. You know what I'm saying? When I pay property, I might as well do this shit in one shot. All state, put this shit in one, get it out the way. You know what I'm saying? And then it ain't like you're paying property tax for a car that you gotta sell a shit for $100,000. You know what I'm saying? Let's be smart, thinking. I gotta get ready to go to work. I appreciate your salute to the chat, everybody here. You know what I'm saying? It's not about rubbing people the wrong way. It's about getting the information out. A lot happened in Chi-Town. A lot happened in St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? Live and learn. If you want to change life, you move up the community, get a job, get your life together, and you're allowed to move. Don't feel soft. Respect your government name. You know what I'm saying? Your government name's gonna take you a whole lot further than your AKA. For a lot of us. That being said, check out all the content. Love you, Southern Belle. Shout out to Scoop Doggy Dog. Salute to my kids, my son and my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Black love. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Queens in the building. Shout out to Queens is in the building, man. Gangsta P's in the building, man. And that's what this shit's all about, man. Stability. There's nothing real about not having stability. Like I told you, I'm not going to be a hostage. I'm not going to be a hostage in my community because I want to be real. Yo, I'm still here, but at the end of the day, I'm scared to death because I might get hit going to the store. I'm still real on camera, but I'm scared to death to go to the store. I'm a hostage in my own community because every day them guns go off, I don't know, I might get hit. But I'm real because what's poppin', Blake? Because I'm still here. Get out of here, man. Cause now I want that. That's the life I want to live. That's the direction I want to go in. Shout out to BQ Mommy in the building. Shout out to Gangsta P, Queens. Our parents left the South to leave oppression. They didn't leave the South because there was just no jobs there. They left the South, our grandparents, our great-grandparents, to get away from oppression. But because of hip-hop and what they say in hip-hop, we stay in the hood because it keeps us real. What type of thinking is that? Nah, I can't move over there. I'm selling out. I remember they called my cousin, because shout out to Delvon. My cousin Delvon became a doctor. He grew up in his godmother house. Not even his mother or father raised him. No disrespect to them. He grew up in his godmother house in the Wagner Projects in the 80s. We had the Down Boys. All the hammer in the world was over there. We're talking about before Purple City was out there. When it was all that dope. This kid went to Brooklyn Tech High School, went to Temple University. He's a doctor. His brother, they have a mother and father. He had grandma. Grandma raised Leonard and George. George, he was so smart, he went to a private high school in Pennsylvania. He went to Temple University, and now he's a CPA, whatever they call it, for a housing development in Philadelphia. They're from the projects. They're from the Jets. He lives in Delaware in a house with his family. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't feel like you're selling out, because when the smoke clears, it's what name has a more importance to you. What name? Like I told you, when I was Key Nitty, I probably went far. If I stood Key Nitty PT 131, I probably became a cop. You know what I'm saying? I had no felonies. I wanted to work. I had a flower shop job, D'Agostino, summer youth, also a little bit of weed, but it wasn't nothing tough. As soon as I became Zeke Black, county jail, felony here, felony here, yeah. I got all these war stories. Now, not to say about Rikers Island, because I wanted to be Zeke Black. I wanted to experience going to Rikers Island in the 90s, so they gave me what I wanted. I wanted to go to jail. I want to make a name for myself. I didn't want to be, I'm out here, yeah, son, I just did 4 months on the island. They ain't take my sneakers. I ain't getting no cuts. I'm real. But that'll do for me. That led to the 2 to 6. That's how I know about all this blood shit and all this black shit, because I went to jail. If I never went to jail, I'd be not in the know. Me knowing all this shit, how much money can I get for it? Me not getting punched in the face at commissary, what does that do for me? I did all that so I could keep a name, so I come into the block, I'd be like, yo, I was in jail and nothing happened to me, son. Nothing happened to me, son. But the 5 years I was in the penitentiary, that nigga I said he wasn't outside, the niggas that we laughed at, he a sucker. Yo, son, he a captain of the police force. What? So you tell me, we have to decipher what's real and what's fake. You know what BQ Mama? That's sort of what Hoover got caught up in. They gave him money to do some things like Jeff Ford. Like the Jeff Ford situation is a little more difficult because he's playing with Muammar Gaddafi, you know what I'm saying? And he didn't do certain things. They do that. They did that in Brooklyn, which you just said is perfect. To build that Barclays Center, and I'm from East Elmhurst. When I lived in East Elmhurst in 1973, that was mostly Italians, Irish, and a few blacks. It was not that many Spanish cats in the 70s, you know what I'm saying? I lived on Humphreys Street, Northern Boulevard. You know what I'm saying? That yellow house on the corner. That yellow house is still there. My father worked for MTA. They did that when they built the Barclays. I remember that. When they built the Barclays, they began to buy people out of their houses. People started selling brownstones for $500,000. John Bell was popular. That's what they was doing. But it left forever. See, if I hit $1 million, yeah, that's where I grew up at. I lived there from 73 to 78. Then my father moved to 106th Street, Northern Boulevard, and what's that, 34th Avenue, the next corner. That's my father's side. Cause my father used to ride the bus, the Q44, for MTA, the Flushing. My father drove the bus for a bus depot across the street from Shea Stadium, which is Citgo Stadium now. Experiencing life. That's how I went to Jets games and all that stuff, because my pops was a city bus driver. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, exactly. Jay-Z played a whole part to a lot of that gentrification. He became the face of that. Yeah, I probably do. You know what I'm saying? You know, my man Blaze is from over there too. You know what I'm saying? He used to be in Connect with us, but he from over like 100th Street and Northern Boulevard, the homie. My man Blaze, he like fed town like 10 years or something like that. You know what I'm saying? He should be home now. But and my other man, he from over there too, by the boulevard. The little homie, I forgot his name, but he used to be in Albany with us. But we was like, it's a difference from the gentrification owning a piece of the property. You ain't gotta come back, but you can own a piece of the property, be a landlord. There's people that own property in our hood that don't never come to our hood. All they do is collect their bread. That's the thing. The neighborhoods that we grow up in are startup kits to get on. It doesn't mean we come back 30. For me to go back to Lexington Projects is I gotta own a corner store over there. For me to repost up and yo, we back. I see my man, let's go to a restaurant. Let's just do what bosses do. Let's go to a restaurant, let's eat some chicken wings and let's go home. Hood day, if I come through, yo, what's popping? Most of my friends, when they meet at restaurants. Hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's startup kits. And we get the startup kits, we move and go. But this is what happened. They bought my man. That's what my man got rich. He gave him $500,000. He owned a brownstone by the Brooklyn Navy Yard. They bought that whole neighborhood. A lot of property. They've been not just by the Barclays. They bought a lot of the side blocks. They got a lot of brownstones that they bought from people for that project is not even done yet. By Atlantic Terminals and all that, they're changing the face of that because of that arena. Jay became the face of that project. Now the funny part is one of the major guys that's involved with the project. This is what I'm trying to show you, right? Now I'm trying to show you. Bruce Wagner. I ain't worried about that. But Bruce Wagner, he produced a lot of rap videos. The Ratner brothers. One did rap videos and one was into real estate. Bruce Wagner, one of the Ratner brothers, definitely the one that was into the shooting rap videos and R&B videos. He's one of the major developers on the Barclays Center project. In those projects in that area by the train tracks and the hotels. A guy that was directing rap videos. Yeah. They was buying them out. Bruce Wagner. The Ratner brothers. One of them, Google that, the Ratner brothers. One used to direct rap videos. You know what I'm saying? Him, Jay the face, he became the face of the project. Okay, you can put Jay-Z face on it so it don't look like we're taking over. Boom. So, with that being said, Yep. Because my man lived by Flushing. Actually, not by Flushing. He lived by, where he lived at, there's brownstones, the train station was there. What's that, Park Ave? He lived up for Park Ave. He lived by the Navy Yards, because I've been to the crib before. He sold that for $500,000. Brownstone. Whew. One shot deal. No, not $500,000. He sold it for $1.5 million. He's well off someplace right now. He took $1.5 million and turned that to multi-millions. You know what I'm saying? Doing the right thing, all legally, liquor stores and all that. He took that money and made moves. So I think that's the situation. I think we don't have those conversations of how can I become a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? What do I have to buy stock? Do I have to buy property? Do I have to invest? Like I guess we don't have enough of those conversations. Maybe we do, but we don't. I don't know. Maybe we gotta have like a temple like they have in Jewish temples. We need to sit down and come up with some type of plan. Like they're taking our land and making it profitable. You know what I'm saying? It's making it profitable. We live here and we're not seeing the profits in this. Do we got to put together a group and start doing it piece by piece? So, you know, we got to do it brick by brick. You know what I'm saying? We'll get there. But with that being said, I got to get ready to go to work. Yeah, my man got it. You know what I'm saying? My man got it. They bought a lot of those brownstones. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, I got to go. Yep. It's crazy over there. You know what I'm saying? They just change it piece by piece. Most people that live in New York City aren't from New York City. You know what I'm saying? So you got somebody who's becoming an executive. They're the ones that's moved to New York City. That's why the gentrification is so high. The average person that's buying these brownstones are from St. Louis, Kansas City, Michigan, but they're professionals. They're working for these companies. And they're moving into, because one thing about people, they like to be able to get to work. They use mass transit. We be so focused on these other garments. We be sitting right by a guy who's making $1 million a year, who's sitting around with a black credit card. We look at each other all day. That man go into an executive job that catches the train. He drives around in his leased car when he wants to go to the 5-star restaurant like Carmelo's or he might go to Rayo's. You know what I'm saying? We be in the train with them, but we're so used to looking at each other. We we forget about the guy. Before I go, they had a guy, one of the executives of Google. They had him on the train one day. Somebody took a flick of him. He sat amongst all the wolves, and nobody realized that this man right here was worth $1 billion. We snatching kids off the street. People are snatching kids off the street for 10, 20,000. You want to train with a guy worth $1 billion and don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? That being said, that's one to think about. I think it was the guy from Google, one of the Google execs. They had him on the train. Somebody flicked him up. Boom. The newspaper said, "Yo, how you guys train every day to work?" But we'll walk past him and look at each other. Yo, look at that garment. Somebody take his jacket, snatch his chain. I'd kill him if I had to. So with that being said, salute everybody that came through. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to Queen. Shout out to Brooklyn. Shout out to my mans on Fox, Sufton Boulevard, South Sides of the building. They're out of towners, bro. Exactly. All out of towners. They come to our city. They travel. Those are the people that, so they're not scared. They built their own little bars. Their own little, they built their own world. With that being said, you know what I'm saying? Bed-Stuy's that way. Look at Park Slope. Park Slope, there was a certain Park Slope that was ghetto. Nas owned a restaurant over there. You know what I'm saying? Nas, he has a little restaurant over there. Shout out to Nas, man. Nas started to change his circles. He started mingling with the what they call that thing? That thing in California. All them investments, those companies. You know what I'm saying? Now he's worth $10, $20 million. You know what I'm saying? Gotta change. Sometimes you gotta change your surroundings, your circles. Your address mean a lot. Believe it or not. I moved the guy before I go. I moved the guy on Chambers Street. Chambers by Broadway. You know them brownstones. This guy was new to Wall Street making money. I moved the guy in. The guy tells me the story. He goes, "Yo, I just got this job. I don't have gatherings here." Now, Chambers Street, when you walk on Chambers Street, you do not imagine that this building got these brownstones in it because it's garbage all over the place. You know what I'm saying? By Chambers and Broadway. So he goes, he's from out of town. He said, I only got this address for my resume. What I'm going to do is Silicon Valley. Exactly. That's what Nas got. Now listen, he's paying $20,000 a month. I'm going to have all my bosses come through. I'm going to have, events here. I'm going to use this address to get me where I need to go. And I said, wow. He said, people, places, and things is how you're going to grow in life. Your address means a lot. You may not realize it, but your address means a lot. And it's like, he's telling me this, and I'm listening like, what? He goes, think about Harlem. 1536 Lexington Avenue has no value in the 80s, right? Gentrified Harlem, 1536 Lexington Avenue has value now. Oh, what? Now I said, my father's always, but I'm just giving an example. Address means a lot when you try to mingle with a certain type of crowd. They don't want to hear about the keep it real, meeting on the 3rd floor, piss in the elevator. You know what I'm saying? Yo, where you live at? On Chambers? What? I come through, most of their gatherings, they got a piano in the house, they got a couple of couches, they got the wine set already. He's breaking this whole game plan down to me. Like, yo, I got the living room, so I got the piano coming for the gathering, the liquor glasses. I'm trying to impress my bosses. I'm making money, but I'm trying to get in. I'm trying to become a partner. And when you fit it, he must be making a hell of money because you're paying $20,000 a month for rent. That says a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because when he's renting, the guy who actually owned that floor was selling that floor for, what he said, $3 million. It was on the market. No. He said $10 million. It was on the market for 10. The guy who actually owned the what you call it, the loft, had mad space in it though, because the game changed with the dimensions the further you go downtown. You know what I'm saying? It's all about measurements and how big the room is and stuff like that. It's crazy. That being said, exactly. In fact, all that by Chambers Street. That's y'all know when you go by Broadway and Chambers, it don't look like that, but yeah, them light white brownstones, a lot of those brownstones with them side blocks, Those was millions of dollars, bro. Elevators go West End apartments, you know what I'm saying? We call them, they're not even brownstones, there's them big white buildings. You know what I'm talking about? That area is called Tribeca, in the Tribeca section. You know what I'm saying? Right by Tribeca, once you pass Canal Street. Leonard Street, you know Leonard Street and Leonard Street and all those streets like that. All those, they got those big white buildings. And the funny part about those buildings is they don't got no doorman. You know what I'm saying? So you have to physically know somebody to get in that building. With that being said, good to know. It's about downtown Manhattan. If y'all don't know, the area is Tribeca, but it's close to the World Trade Center. All that by Broadway, Canal Street, by the courts. Yeah, exactly. All that downtown in the Tribeca section. Y'all can Google that, Tribeca. Boom. All, you know what I'm saying? All that Tribeca section. All by the, for those that's not from New York, it's right by the World Trade Center. They got their own mall down there. All that when you're going down, right by where the Battery Park is at, where the Statue of Liberty and all that, they got a mall down there. They got their own mall. Gucci, Louis, all that down there. It's right by, there's a college over there too, a junior college, I believe. With that being said, I gotta go. I gotta go work party, people. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for coming through. Salutes. I might go on tonight. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to wifey. I love you. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Salute to Mountain Rain for the $25 donation. Financial district. Boom. Hit on the nose. All that down. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Right by the Battery Park, by the West Side Highway, going towards the Statue of Liberty thing and all that. Now, man's doing some trips over there. They got a mall over there. All that by Wall Street. Yep, all that's Wall Street section. All that by Wall Street. There's mad tourism down there, bro. They got their own mall. West Street and all that. And side blocks. You know what I'm saying? Google this. That's downtown Manhattan by the World Trade Center. All that by the World Trade Center. That being said, deuces. Deuces. One love. Salute to What You Jacking podcast. Let's talk about it.